Hey folks, it's Dr. Sam and I'm on my morning walk. I received a question today: what eye drops do I recommend for cataracts now that cineraria drops have been discontinued? So let's talk about cataracts for a minute. A cataract is an opacity that forms on the lens of the eye due to metabolic waste. And so the microcirculation in the lens of the eye is weakened, and this creates waste products. Now there's a couple of different kinds of cataracts. We have what we call nuclear cataracts, which are cataracts that occur in the center part of the lens, and they can really inhibit our distance visual acuity. The second type of cataract we have is called posterior subcapsular cataract, and this is a cataract that occurs in the back part of the lens, and it can lead to things like halos around light, sensitivity to light, and also distance acuity problems. And then the third type of cataract is called a cortical cataract. And this cataract is due mostly to blood sugar levels being out of balance, and this is related a lot to diabetes. So what can you do to improve lens health? I think that's the major question. Well, number one, I think the combination of glutathione and vitamin C have been shown to be very helpful in improving lens health. And my first line of defense is through your foods, for sure. And so your fruits and vegetables and also the sulfur-rich foods, these are things that contain vitamin C and glutathione. But if you're going to supplement, I would do about 500 milligrams of glutathione a day and about 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C. In addition, what I would do is make sure that you're getting enough of the carotenoids, lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin, and also your bioflavonoids. So all of these foods that contain high concentrations of antioxidants are very important for lens health. So let's talk about diet for a minute. If you're diagnosed with a cataract, I think you have to eliminate sugar completely. And I also would eliminate dairy and gluten. But let's talk about dairy for a minute. You know, when you eat foods with dairy in it, you have a much higher risk of developing mucus and congestion that affects the blood vessels and the lymph, especially around the sinus and in the eyes. So I think it's very important that you really change your diet and get off of sugar and dairy. Now, if you are diagnosed with a cortical cataract, what I would recommend doing is eating foods that contain alpha lipoic acid. And this particular antioxidant can work very well at improving lens health, especially if you feel the cataract is caused from sugar intake. Okay, now let's talk about lifestyle. So if you're a smoker, if you're overweight, if you take a lot of pharmaceutical drugs, if you eat foods that are laced with trans fatty acids or sugars, if you're under a lot of stress, these are all things you need to change in order to improve lens health. Also, if you have a high amount of sun exposure or electronic device exposure, you either need to wear blue blocking glasses for your digital time and also sunglasses if you're out in the sun for an extended period of time. Okay, hey, let's talk about eye drops for a minute. I know people fell in love with the cineraria homeopathic eye drops, but folks, they're not the silver bullet. And I think you really have to take a look at your lifestyle and diet and stress that are more important risk factors that cause cataracts. Now, if you want to try natural eye drops, there are two on the market: N-acetylcarnosine, better known as Can-C, or another eye drop which is called Oculomed. I don't use these, but I know that they have good ingredients in it, so I would check in with the labs who make it and make sure that they're FDA approved, but certainly those could be something you could try. And last but not least, I really like essential oils, and there are 3 essential oils that I would recommend. Frankincense, a few drops on the top of your head twice a day. clary sage, and I would put that a couple drops on the lymph here. Clary sage is really good for endocrine balance. And a few drops of geranium on the soles of your feet, again, twice a day. So overall, there's a lot of strategies you can do to improve lens health, and so give it a try. All right, folks, time for me to get back on the trail. Until next time, take good care.